Oh, yeah!
shoot!
Hell yeah! What's up, everybody? Welcome to Craft.
Welcome to Craft, my friends.
So happy that you're here today because today we're watching Moon Knight episode number 6, the season finale.
Season finale of 6 episodes. I'm not sure if I really need another season, to be honest. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe this season finale will convince me, but I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Yeah. Now, you probably noticed by now that we're missing a few episodes in between, but that's because we were in Australia.
What?
Did you not notice, Chris? And that's because we were in Australia, but we're back now, and we have seen the previous episodes. We watched them in our own time.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're ready to watch the finale. I think it's going to be good. I think
hope so.
I think Oscar Isaac is doing a great job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the dual role, like he's done a fantastic job. That last episode in particular was so good, so crazy to me. I personally really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really good, but if we know anything about the Marvel formula, probably to get us hooked, if they are going to be doing second season,
Yeah.
somebody's going to come in this episode, some
We'll
sort of
see.
Marvel
We'll see.
cameo. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see.
yeah.
Listen, guys, if you enjoy hanging out with us today, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already and liking the video.
All right, with that out of the way, let's get into it.
Let's get right in.
All right, guys, episode number 6. Here we go. The final
A
episode.
season finale. It doesn't feel like we should be having a season finale after 6 episodes or after 5 episodes,
Yeah.
but
You'll find
I don't know.
I think it could go. I think it could go longer, honestly. But
Yeah.
sometimes we need the cold light of death.
I kind of like the segment that they showed of like Stephen Grant, like the show. I wish they kind of threw more of that in there to be more meta.
That was cool.
I don't need to show you my papers.
I don't need to show
I
you
don't
my
need
papers.
to show you my papers.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Don't do it. Layla, wait. I am the goddess Taweret.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh man.
I wonder if she's gonna get a suit.
That'd be awesome.
I'm always for power suits.
Yeah.
You know, that's my thing.
Yep.
Someone is trying to release Amit.
Why? Harrow.
Oh my gosh! What a surprise! You guys didn't know?
Wait, it said
Won't
your
believe the
gods
gods
felt it
hidden
too or
from
something.
Yeah, maybe they're like a different set of gods. It's kind of convenient that you can just kind of sneak in with them.
This is all so avoidable.
Like, if a person's soul is like that precious, wouldn't you think that he would know every single person with him?
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
I gotta say, the Egyptian gods in this, when they actually take their form, look
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah, awesome.
They do.
I see now that's impossible. I accept the scales.
Dang,
Wow.
he's just like ready to die. Okay.
Balance because of you are the avatar.
Oh,
of that
nice.
race.
Ooh, nice.
And you will find peace.
Do it. Do
He's
it.
got
Get
a
a suit.
suit.
Do it.
I
Suit.
wanna
Get a
see a
suit. Do it.
We need to go back for him.
Yes, rescue Steven.
Dang
Doesn't
right,
matter.
son. You're dang right. We gotta
Leave
go
here,
back for him.
And you can't.
Oh, it's opening?
Because of the power of love.
Oh, nice. Cool. Convenient, but still nice. I'm glad that they're back.
Not really sure why that happened. Oh, dang. Direct battle. I guess he would have the same powers as Moon Knight, right?
I'm throwing us down. Just go.
Oh, no, you don't. Don't leave Mark behind.
You can do a little
Don't you do it.
Do you want death or do you want life? Do you swear to protect
Oh, is he
the travelers?
redoing
Yeah, I
it?
guess so, because he's
Oh,
technically still
man.
got the bullets in there. Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh, cool.
Come back to us, Moon Knight!
I think you can take this one, Mark.
Idiots!
Whoa!
What?
Yes!
Did he just
That
fly?
was so sick!
Did he just fly?
That's so sick!
Are we doing this or what? I have a bad.
Nice! She's gonna get a suit!
Suit.
Yo, he's flying!
Oh, she's like, I'm eating
dang.
all of them. Oh, no.
Oh, man!
Kind of looks like Xena.
Oh, yeah!
shoot.
Hell yeah!
Okay.
That's all right,
Okay.
all right.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay, so they just switch. Oh, okay, cool.
Oh wow, that's interesting. Seems kind of unnecessary to be honest.
But what can Steven do that the only one can that Mark can?
Oh, you
Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh, she's got a Falcon kind
Yeah.
situation going on.
Oh, okay. What? Yo.
And Wonder Woman apparently.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
that's
Cool,
pretty
cool,
sick.
cool. I'd watch a series with them too.
Yeah.
Teaming up.
Yeah.
I'd watch that. Alright.
How does
Ow.
he show how to fight?
Ow.
Essentially. I guess because he's acknowledged that he's also Mark. That's why he's finally doing that. Oh, nice! Nice.
That was cool.
I like the switching. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Number 3?
Yeah, number 3.
You know.
Come on out, number
Let's
3.
see, let's see if I can-
Come on out, number 3.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Number 3. Oh. Okay. Okay. Number 3 did the job, did the work.
Who's number 3? Who's number 3?
Yo, he just took out all of them.
What the hell was that?
I want to know too.
Oh my goodness, tell me who it is.
This our paradise.
It's too late, Alan. You will be destroyed.
Oh, like permanently destroyed? Oh, because she's gonna beat a vulnerable human body. Why didn't they just do that before?
Kind of a Deus Ex Machina.
Well, let's see. I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over.
We cannot take the chance that Amit finds a way out. She will kill again.
I sound just like her.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Spin facts. Spin facts.
You want them dead?
What? What?
No.
He looks like.
What? What?
Wait. After credits.
Okay, let's see after credits. Let's see. Oh shoot. Oh,
Can't you?
oh,
You're
Contra just
joking.
sit there. She just sits there.
Can't hurt us.
Meet my friend, Jake Lockley.
Jake Lockley.
Jake Lockley.
Oh, the third.
Up there. Wait.
Oh,
Shoot.
he just straight up kills him.
Spectre.
All right, guys, that was the season finale of Moon Knight. Interesting. Chris, tell me what is going through your head right now?
Not much.
Yeah.
To be honest. Because what they did is they took a movie, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
they split it up into 6 episodes, and they expected the pacing to be the same.
Yeah.
And it's just not. You know what I mean? I'm left feeling unsatisfied.
Yeah,
You know,
I'd have to agree.
because not because the show is bad, because there's so much potential for it to be really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. It just, there were some cool moments, right? Layla and Mark teaming up with their respective suits.
Awesome.
To me, was the best part of the episode.
Yeah, that
it
was really
really
cool.
was just like, it kind of seemed like the climax of the whole thing.
And she was really good too as a character, right? She had a lot
Yeah,
of, I mean,
yeah.
you know, she didn't have that much to do in the beginning of the show, but like, you know, her presence, she had a very strong presence towards the end, which I liked.
She did, but she doesn't really seem that unique to me. Like, if you ask me what's her personality, it's generic heroine character. You know what I mean? Troubled a little bit. Nothing really unique.
True.
I feel like the problem with having Oscar Isaacs playing 2 personalities in the show is it takes over the entire
Yeah, it
show.
overshadows pretty much everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the villain pretty generic for the most part. Like, what's the conflict?
Yeah, that was
He's
probably
taking souls.
my biggest issue is that she was there for like 5 seconds. and she was defeated like that.
The big villain.
Yeah, like
Right?
no time at all to like really be a threat. There was like a big fight, and then it was over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
They spent a lot of time on setup, and not enough. You never really felt the true danger, right? Because you know they took some souls, and then she gets giant, and then they have a quick fight, and then boom, it's over.
yeah, it's so localized.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're just fighting in a small section of Cairo.
Yeah,
The city's not being destroyed.
yeah.
Nothing's really happening.
Yeah, like, and it's not, it just felt really just lackluster, you know, because after all that setup, after all that, Amit's gonna come and all the entire world's over, it's like, yeah, but it wasn't that big a deal, honestly, and they've defeated her pretty quickly, right? You did that ritual thing, and boom, it was done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For all this like fanfare about Amit, right? She was defeated pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that was, to me, the biggest issue is like it ended. The entire show just ended. Like, oh, that's it.
See,
It's
the,
over.
The best parts of the show was like the dynamic between Mark and Steven
Mm-hmm,
and the whole dichotomy between the two. I didn't think they needed the whole asylum route, to be
Yeah.
honest. I mean, I like that they explore like where Steven came from. Like I like the way they did that, but I don't think they had to do it in that way. I felt like it dragged just a little bit.
Yeah. It felt more like a visual device that they needed to kind of change things up a bit, as opposed to an absolutely necessary mechanic or mechanism to push the story forward. It did provide some visual variety, because in a sense, but beyond that, I think it just was a little bit of, it just kind of served as padding. Now, I will agree with you, Chris, in the sense that I really did like the dynamic between Mark and Steven. I thought like Oscar Isaac switching between them, it felt very authentic. They felt like separate characters.
Yeah.
But I just find myself questioning if this show was necessary.
This show, I think, should have been a show that they should have started in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, you don't start with the origin story with this guy.
No.
Because the interesting part of him is the dual personalities.
Yeah.
And what I would have done, maybe, is I would have started from the middle of, like, okay, he's kind of established. He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
And then you slowly start to work your way backwards. I hesitate to say this, but you almost kind of pull a Boba Fett where you kind of do some stuff. And then you take some time to go back into his past if you really need
See,
to.
I think Spider-Man is a great example of, okay, they just kind of jump over the entire, origin story stuff, and then you introduce Spider-Man, right? Like, I would have liked if they introduced in Moon Knight in a movie first, or like another show first. And it's like, oh, okay, here's this guy, like, dual personalities, like, oh, he's really interesting. And then, once you kind of establish that, then go and give him his own stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's so much time spent on, oh, there's one personality, oh, there's another personality, oh, now they're together, So, to me, there was just so much time in setup and not enough time spent with the character of Moon Knight himself. Just, too much time spent establishing those parameters. And I was like,
yeah, you really could have gone a Daredevil route with this.
Yeah.
Like, you could have made it a little bit darker. You could have explored some more of, like, just his established routine. But instead, I feel like they kind of lost their way and forgot this was a superhero thing, right? Because superheroes, what do they need? Like a good villain, this kind of stuff. Instead, it was more like Oscar Isaac's kind of getting to indulge in like a psychological thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I get it, but don't do that in a Marvel show, right? Because that's
Yeah.
not what really we're wanting. We want Moon Knight in suit fighting. We want cool scenes. We want all that kind of stuff. So, it just didn't, it felt like it was confused.
Yeah.
Like, are you a superhero show? Are you like the psychological drama? Are you whatever, right? Because, like, to me, the coolest parts were not really like, it was Mark and Steven, but I like the Egyptian gods. I like the suits.
So here's what I'll say about this, though, right? Is you made a point earlier about Layla being very generic, and I think the Egyptian gods, aside from the hippo, who was great. They just felt very generic. Like, because to me, I'm like, okay, Marvel's take on the Egyptian gods sounds like it'd be really cool, right? Like, maybe they'd be a little quirky. Maybe each of them would have their own distinct personalities, right? But
I couldn't tell you what gods were there.
It's like all of them just felt like, if you were to, think of Egyptian god, like just the personality, super flat, super just like, powerful and, boding, but like, that's kind of it. Nothing else.
Yeah.
And then when you have the Marvel Universe and you have people like Loki and Odin and stuff, like, who have kind of distinct personalities, I would kind of expect that from this show and these Egyptian gods. They were just super like boring.
They just kind of squashed and kind of put down like the Egyptian kind of god thing, right? Like, because like you said, like whenever they bring in gods, it's usually pretty interesting. Yeah. But this felt like okay, they're like we'll just focus on the big.
They were like the most cookie cutter gods you've ever seen. Yeah. Like you've seen these gods in every movie, every TV show where they're just like they're super judgy and super just like like one note personality. And I'm like, this would have been a great opportunity for them to just kind of have fun with this.
Yeah, I mean, I hesitate to say this, but what Marvel is good at is injecting some humor and some sort of like, pop culture references to like normalize like these bigger, larger than life figures, right? Mm-hmm. That would have been really interesting for the gods, like making, whatever, Anubis, like kind of like like a motorcycle guy or something. You know what I mean? Like something interesting like that, but it was like,
Now, I'm not always a fan of the Marvel humor for the sake of humor, but you could still just give them personality. They don't need to necessarily be funny, but you could just give them personality. But that was lacking here.
It's hard to go middle ground with Marvel. Either I feel like you need to go like full humor or go full like Daredevil. Yeah. It's hard to do in between. Yeah. Very, very hard to do in between.
I think WandaVision WandaVision Loki kind of did that, but here like they just spent too much time on setup for you to really care about Moon Knight as a fully fledged superhero in that sense, and so it felt rushed at the same time because like they spent too long on the setup. So when the meat of the stuff was happening, it just felt super rushed, right? And you could see that at the end, right? Right? It just bad guy comes up, defeated, boom. So.
Okay, so if we had to give this a score, I mean, this is pretty simple.
Yeah, so Chris, give it an episode score and a series score.
Episode score, I'd say maybe a 7-2. Just because the fight scenes really kind of brought it together for me. Okay. Everything else was kind of whatever. Yeah. The series, honestly, there was just too much. There's not enough ups, There's a lot of good mids, but not a lot enough ups. So I would say, honestly, maybe a 7.7. Okay. That's me being really generous, to be honest.
Okay, so for this episode, I like the fight scenes. I like that they finally introduced the third personality, Jake Lockley, which I don't know if that implies there's going to be another season or whatever.
I doubt it.
But I thought that was interesting, but I think it just went too quickly. I think the final bad guy was just not epic enough. So for this episode, I would go 6.5, and for the series, because I like Oscar Isaac, because I like the dynamic between Steven and Mark, the teasing of the Egyptian gods, which is kind of nice.
Lost opportunity.
I would give maybe a 7.2.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching Moon Knight, the season finale, with us. It was definitely kind of bittersweet because I feel like this series had a lot of potential. Yeah. But it just didn't live up to it, guys. Yeah. I don't know. But maybe you guys think different. Maybe we're completely off. Let us know in the comments down below. What did you think? Did you like the series as a whole? Did you like Oscar Isaacs? Yeah. Did you like the new suit that Layla got? What did you guys think? We always like to hear what you guys have to say. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, give a like to the video, and maybe share it with your friends if you enjoyed it. As always, guys, with that said, we'll see you later.
See you in the next one.
Bye.